something that's ugly. What's the word ugly for? But if someone's ugly, they're fucking ugly.
I know, but
like,
I'm just saying, but to me,
You guys already know I've been crying, like I've been crying already as it is. Sometimes you have to look at life and think.
Not even ugly, ugly.
As I've got,
you have to use the H.
I'm literally scared. Like, let's say I have a kid and like they get eczema and they get bullied because of it. That would literally destroy me.
Hello and welcome to GloTalks, a podcast where we celebrate authenticity, resilience, and the stories that shape us. Today we are joined by the incredible Anthonia Edomwande, a trailblazer whose journey is aspiring as well as empowering. Not only has she faced criticism on her platform and her appearance, but she's also shared her dream of becoming a professional footballer for the Arsenal women's team, a testament to her ambition and determination. After taking a much-needed hiatus from social media, she's back stronger than ever and ready to share her story to the world. Anthonia, welcome to GloTalks.
Hi, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. I'm very excited to have you here today. How was your journey?
Our journey was good.
Yeah, I actually got you some flowers. Here you go.
Thank you, I appreciate it. They're really nice.
No problem at all. I mean, I thought to get you some flowers, just to do something nice. I've seen a lot of people on social media talking about your appearance, talking about the way you was born, like things that you can't change. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just thought it was really unfair to you. Before we get into it, do you want to do like a little TikTok questionnaire, seeing as you've got a huge TikTok following?
I don't mind. It's up to you, but no. What do you mean it's up to you? I mean, I would love to. I would love to.
That's the energy. That's the energy. Okay, I'll probably ask you like 3-4 questions about TikTok for those who are trying to build their platform, for other people that want some inspiration when thinking about becoming a content creator. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, how do you stay motivated when TikTok trends seem repetitive or uninspiring?
My answer to that is I tend to avoid trends. I only do a trend that I personally like and that I personally relate to. But before, I used to do all the trends. And one thing about me that I've realized is that even though you go viral for trends, people still won't know who you are. Like, you're still part of like a selective identity. Like, because you're doing what everyone's doing, there's no difference between yourself and the others. So I would say that if anything, you can still do trends, but I wouldn't advise you to rely on the trends. I would say do something that you generally enjoy doing, post something that you want people to know that you do, and then you can do trends on the side. I wouldn't advise to make trends your main content. Yeah.
Do you feel that TikTok is pushing influencers to constantly reinvent themselves? And how do you stay authentic, like, all the time?
I think the one thing about TikTok is that because TikTok is a fast-growing platform and that something new is happening every day, I would say, yes, it does cause people to like give their opinions on a lot of things or to change what they wear on a regular basis. However, I would say that one way to stay authentic is to literally, like, seriously, like, you can't care about what people think. Like, if you like seek a single ounce of validation from that platform, let alone, not even just TikTok, from social media alone, you will be finished. Because if you're caring about what other people think about what you're posting, you can't be authentic. I feel like, if anything, the only way to be authentic is to post something knowing that you wholeheartedly agree with what you're saying.
I'll ask one last question. I like your answers, by the way. They're very lengthy as well. So you're actually breaking it down. Last question. What's the most unexpected way your TikTok content has impacted your personal life and career goals?
I would say one way it's impacted my personal life is by me being in certain places I never thought I could even imagine. Like, being on ITV News, BBC, working with First Asylum, working with podcasts, being invited to skincare brand events like Garnier, being in rooms I never thought were possibly fathom. Like I just didn't know if social media would work to that extent. Like I never even saw myself going this far at all.
So when you, I know I said last question, but you just pumped me. So when you first actually started your TikTok account, what made you start it? What was your initial reason when you started TikTok?
My initial reason for starting TikTok was, number one, I always wanted to be on TV. Like I always liked TV. So when I was watching it, I was like, okay, let me be an actor. But then I was like, no, I don't really want to be an actor. Then I was watching football. Then I said, you know what? I can actually be a baller. Like I'm good at football. But then it got to the point where like, as much as I was good at it, my sister was better than me. And I feel like I don't blame my parents for this as well. I feel like if your whole family is doing something and you see one sibling going more pro than the other, you're gonna obviously invest more into that sibling than the other sibling. Like, to be quite honest, my sister was better than me at football. She was even going pro. She was even pro at one point, and then she just realized that it wasn't her calling. But with me, because I think at my age, basically, because my sister's older than me, literally, because she's a year older than me, let's say I was like 13, 14, at the age I was, she was already in talks with like big clubs. So because I wasn't in the same category at that age, my parents was like, just look for something else. And I don't even blame them, because I feel like I wouldn't even have like gone as far, realistically.
As you did on your TikTok.
I wouldn't even say TikTok. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just feel like if my parents were to even start YouTube and then TikTok came around, I even used to hate on TikTok. I didn't understand why people were on it. But then there was just one random day in 2020 during lockdown, I just said, you know what, Antonia, let's see what it's about. Like, why are people like so obsessed with this app?
Yeah, I feel like lockdown really helped a lot of people find new hobbies and really focus on things, because there's a lot of people now who are making loads of money because COVID happened and they thought of a craft. And if COVID never happened, they probably still would have been in their normal like 9-to-5ers. Whilst you were speaking, you mentioned about your sister, you mentioned about your family. Let's get into that. Like, tell me a bit about yourself. Like, where are you from? How old are you?
I'm currently 21. I was born in Austria. I have 4 siblings. I'm literally the middle child. I have 2 older sisters and I have 2 younger brothers. Yeah. So with that even being said, me and my family were really calm. We all have our own goals, hobbies, aspirations. Yeah. Each and every single one of us, we all differentiate from one to another. Yeah. My brother has eczema, but it's not all over his body. But I have eczema all over his body. Like, if you were to look at my brother, you wouldn't be able to tell. But with me, it's quite blatant. Yeah. So because of that, there was certain stuff that they could do and I couldn't do. And there was certain stuff that I could... No, that's not true. Everything that I could do, they couldn't do. But not everything they could do, I can do. Yeah. There was certain meals I couldn't eat. There was even at one point I wasn't even allowed to go swimming. Yeah. And like, obviously, like there was just certain stuff that they could do.
Was this from birth? Was you born with your eczema condition from birth?
Yeah, I was born with my eczema. Yeah, I've had it since I was a child.
Where are you in the rankings of your siblings? Are you the youngest or are you the oldest?
I'm
or
the middle, literally bang into the middle. Like I have 2 younger brothers and I have 2 older sisters. So I'm literally in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, and you said that you was born in Austria. Yeah. How long did you live there for?
A couple years, like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. And then we came to the UK.
Do you remember life in Austria, what it was like?
I remember Austria quite well because I still go there.
Oh, you still visit,
It's not like I came to the UK and I've never gone back. Yeah. I've gone to Austria like 12, 13 times. Like I still go there because my cousin is there. Okay. I'm even going back there this Easter. So.
Okay, what's Austria like? I've never actually met anyone from Austria.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. It's, if you've been to Germany, it's just like Germany, but 10 times colder. I would say it's more racist. Honestly, there's nothing good about that place apart from you know what? Let me not say that. It's just they're very racist. That's the most I can say. Like they're very like, it's like when you see a black person there, they're quite shocked that you're there. I don't know. That's the best way I can say it.
So you experienced a lot of racism over there. Did you go primary school over there? Or was you too young?
No, it wasn't. I was too young. By the time I started, I think I went nursery there. But by the time I started, like primary school, I blinked twice and we were already on a plane back to the UK.
That quick. Yeah. Did you live with your mum and dad?
Yeah.
What made your parents move to England?
The racism, 100%.
Okay.
And I would say that I think it's the racism that made them move there because it was getting too much. That's what they told us anyway. They said that they were really bad.
What kind of things did they say they experienced? Like
the way they were treated at work, the way they would be like looked at when they're going out. Like, obviously, I'm a kid, so I don't understand where they were coming from at the time.
Yeah.
But now going back to Austria for myself, like back and forth, I see what they're talking about.
You experienced that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you guys move to?
We moved to East London.
Okay. And what was life like for you once you arrived in East London?
Do you know what it is? I've had my ups and my downs.
Yeah.
As much as I want to sit here and be like, I've had the worst experience, I feel like with every childhood, everyone goes through things. But with me, one thing I would say is that I did not enjoy secondary school here in East London in the slightest.
At all?
I feel like in secondary school and literally secondary school, there was like, it was a type of thing where like if you didn't look the same as everybody else, they would bully you. Like, I don't know how to explain, but obviously like they're not bullying you because they know any better. They're bullying you because the best way they felt like they could make people laugh was by insulting other people.
That's true.
Literally.
I agree on that.
So with that even being said, with sixth form, because I was jumping from school to school, and because of COVID as well, I didn't really get that sixth form / college experience. But with uni, I started to see like myself like falling into that. I feel like uni and secondary school, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people pretend that there isn't, but it's very cliquey. I feel like in uni as well, if one person doesn't like you and that person is very known, about 78% of the people in uni will somehow start making up random reasons into why they don't like you as well.
Did you always have like, in secondary school and in uni, did you always have like people being against you or people like not wanting to be your friend or something?
I wouldn't even say it's just that. I think it was more of the fact that I think like I was very blind in the sense of like, I feel like there were people who would be nice to my face, but then the first thing I would hear about like them saying about me towards other people is about the way I look. I feel like in uni as well, mainly uni, I feel like a lot of people are artificial. Like they care a lot about the way people look. Like they would rather look rich than be rich. They would rather look the part than
be the part.
Literally. So I wouldn't say people were always against me. I used to have that type of mindset. And obviously with social media also fuels into that. So let's say I still had that mindset right now. I'm like, oh, everyone hates me. That's just not true. Realistically, people are gonna, some people will like you, some people won't like you.
Yeah, that's
I'm not gonna even sit here and be like, we didn't come into this world to be liked. Forget that. Whether we like it or not, we do want to be liked by people.
That's true.
Realistically. Being liked by people will push you to places that you couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
With that being said, I don't think the issue is whether you're liked by someone or not. I think the issue is whether you allow that person's opinion of you and their validation to dictate your own destiny. I feel like, yes, cool, I might hear someone telling me or they don't like me or I hear it from someone else. But I don't care. It's more of a fact that before when I was younger, I used to let that affect me because I'm always like, okay, what did I do to make that person not like me? Because I used to do the most. I used to be a beg once upon a time, like in secondary school. I'm part of uni as well. When I had a feeling that someone wouldn't like me, I would do everything in my utmost power to make them like me. And it wasn't even like I was seeking. At first, let me not even lie. I was seeking the validation.
You was, yeah.
And it was even showing in my TikTok pages as well. That's why I started doing all the trends on TikTok. Even the trends I didn't relate to, because it was trending at the time, I started to do them, which made no sense. Me, per se, I've never been in a relationship. Why the heck am I involving myself in relationship trends? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't align with what I do. That's why I even avoid talking about relationships because I've never been in one.
Yeah, we can get into
but
that.
That's just all actually is. I feel like I talk too much right now.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's good to hear you talk because it's like the audience or like your followers essentially may not even know like what you truly go through or how you truly feel or even your life story. So there's nothing wrong with talking because it's allowing your audience to understand you better. Do you know what I mean? And it's giving you character. Do you know what I'm saying? What did you study at uni?
I'm currently studying basically health and social care, so social work mixed with health studies.
Yeah.
I'm in my last year. Yeah.
You in your last year, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you want to get into being a social...
no chance. I don't see myself using this degree in the slightest. I think I think the only way I'll be using this degree is by helping people. Realistically. I feel like after uni, I wouldn't mind getting some experience in that degree, but I don't see myself using this long term. It's not longevity.
To be fair, like you're 21, do you know what I mean? So you still like can wiggle a bit, you can still make mistakes. Do you know what I'm saying? You're still allowed to be able to still be figuring out what you want to do in this life, this world. Do you know what I mean? How did your culture background shape your identity and the person that you are today?
I would say one thing about how my culture shaped my identity today is that I feel like if it wasn't for all the bullying and if it wasn't for all the hate I get, if it wasn't for all like everything I went through, I wouldn't be as confident as I am today. I feel like once upon a time I was still seeing the world in rose-tinted glasses. So I would say regarding my culture, I feel like it built on that. So because of that, it's made me adapt to certain situations and made me act a certain way in a sense of like now I feel like, okay, someone can tell me today that I'm the most hideous person in the world and I can literally look at them and smile and say you're very beautiful and you're very pretty, because I feel like because you find me ugly doesn't mean I need to find you ugly back. I'm not one of those. Just because you said it to me, I don't need to say it back. And that's one thing I would say I do struggle with quite a lot. I feel like because you've said something to me, I should say it back. But at the same time, two wrongs don't make her right.
Do you know what it is? You're so like motivational in that sense because like I wasn't like the best looking guy growing up. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Oh, I felt like I wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? But people used to also tell me that I weren't. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I don't know, people handle things differently. Do you know what I mean? Like me getting that kind of made me close myself off, this and that. Do you know what I mean? I weren't really an emotional person anyway. So whatever someone said to me, I weren't really like, oh, they said this, that. It's either like, I just ignore it or I'm physical, innit? Do you know what I mean? It was one or the other.
Yeah.
But to hear you like be able to take in what everyone throws at you and just somehow like get through it, because it's a lot to get through. Did you feel supported by your siblings when you was growing up, or did your siblings witness you having a harder time at life because of the way you looked than they were?
I would say that my siblings, I'm not going to sit here and lie, my siblings used to fight people that bullied me. Like, they were my ride or die.
Come on.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend. They would ride for me more than I would ride for myself. There was a group of girls that literally tried to violate me, like, back in, like, secondary school. My sister literally, like, went to go beef them. Like, hands down.
How old is she?
Again. My sister's literally a year older than me.
Yeah.
So she's 22. No, sorry. She's 23 currently. Yeah. But because I turned 22 in March, that's why she's a year older than me. But same with my brother as well. Like some of his like male friends, like recently, they would violate me on TikTok, and he would just pattern them within the sense of seconds. Like,
is that big bro? Yeah. How old is he?
My brother's literally a year younger. So like,
a little bro. Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you know what it is? Because he's taller than me, everyone thinks he's older than me. But he's just not. But yeah, he does his moments. Same with my other brothers as well. Every single one of my siblings, they've all been there for me. Like, I'll give it to them. Same with my parents as well. Like, that's
what you need. Like, I'm happy you said that, you know. And big up, bro. Like, big up, sister. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you need people in your corner. Do you know what I'm saying? You might not be the strongest fighter. Do you know what I'm saying? You might not be the strongest verbalist. Do you know what I mean? But if you have people in your corner that are stronger verbalists or stronger fighter, like, you can always, like, you know what I'm saying, you can fall in them if needs be, because I feel like everyone needs support. How did, like, your parents, like, cope with what you was going through as a child from other people?
My parents hated it because they didn't realise how, like, obviously my mum would tell me not to listen and I wait. It wasn't like it was easier said than done at the time, but then I think there was a point in my life where, like, my mum actually realised that what people were saying to me in person was damaging me more than she could, like, handle, because she would even be upset. Like, there was one boy back in, like, secondary school, he literally told me that my eczema looks like it's been burnt from the ashes. Like, literally, like, he literally said that, and then people were calling me a scaly witch, like a lizard, a chameleon. Like, I was hearing a lot of insults. Like, I feel like the insults I got off social media, even during uni as well, and in secondary, was worse than TikTok. Like, it's 10 times worse. Like, I feel like they were way more creative as well. So with that being said, I feel like, when I would, like, my mum would hear me, like, cry about it, she would get upset. So with that being said, I feel like my mum did her best. Like, whether I like her or not, she did her best, because what else can she say other than, like, stop listening to them? It's not like she can go speak to the people because she doesn't know them. Kids are cool, innit? Like, obviously, I was born cross-eyed. I used to get a lot of headache about that as well. Obviously, I was, like, fresh off the boat. You know what I'm saying? I was dark, you know, you get me? So I used to receive a lot of bullying as well. My hair was all, like, patchy and that, do you know what I'm saying? So I could definitely, like, relate to a part of what you've been through, do you know what I mean? And it's messed up that other people have to attack other people verbally to make themselves feel better. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just the world we live in now. People will put another person down just to uplift themselves. And it's sad because obviously someone gets hurt on the other side of it. And that's why we need to have more people, like, speaking out about what things really affects them, you know, because people only see things one-sided, you know. Did you feel like a lot of your friends were being fake, or do you feel like they were actually being genuine friends to you? Were they, like, you know, holding it down as a friend? I would say the only time, I'm not going to say the friends I've, like, had are fake. It's just more of a thing of, like, I've been in a situation where I've had friends who I thought were my friends drag me on the internet. So that's just made me see friendships. What, draw you out on the internet? Yeah, they drew me out, like, 2 years ago. Ever since then, I've just looked at friendships differently. Like, I just hold them at a distance, to the point where, like, every time I speak to my friend, I'm only telling them something where, like, if I know they'll ever drag me, I'll be comfortable with it. Like, I generally, like, I feel like ever since that whole thing, I just don't, I love my friends, like, I love all my friends currently, but I'm very distant. And that's something I'm trying to fix as well, because it's not those people who are dragging me as well. Because I've also had friends I've fallen out with and they haven't come to the internet and said, oh yeah, Anthonia did this, this and this. So I know it's not everyone. Like, I know there's some people I have fallen out with, and even though we fell out, it's been genuine from both sides. They went their own way, I went my own way. Because one thing about me is that I'm just the type of person where I only talk about things that touch the internet. Like, the minute my friends or, like, someone has brought something towards the internet, now I feel more inclined to talk about it because I'm hurt. Because one thing about me is that when I'm saying a story time about a friend or something, I get their permission. I even ask them, like, can I speak about this? Or if it's something where, like, it's not that serious to the point where, like, no one is wrong, my friend isn't wrong, I'm not wrong, I get the permission. However, at first, like, when I was doing my story times in uni, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't getting the permission. I was just talking. But then ever since that situation, I'm the type of person where, like, I feel like if I know it's going to make my friend look bad, I'm not going to bring it to the internet. But when they do it, it hurts. Literally, I'm going to sit here like when my friends do it, it hurts more than I can even explain. No, I can imagine. I can see I can hear the pain. How do you deal with, like, negativity and bullying that sometimes comes with being in the public eye? Like, where you've got a huge following on TikTok, you've been on so many different platforms, you've heard
so many different people's opinions about you. Like, how do you deal with that mentally?
I'm the type of person, I deal with it two ways. I literally, if it gets too much, I deactivate. I'm so sorry. I don't know why people say, obviously I didn't see myself deactivating anymore, but before last year, when I went through the whole like Windsor situation, even a situation that happened recently with the boy I went on for asylum with, like I just deactivate. Like when it gets too much, I feel like I have to fall off the face of the earth, recalibrate, go to God. Normally I go to God, yeah, but I feel like in those moments, I just need time to myself. And then if I feel like I can't handle it, then I will just feel like, you know what, forget it. But normally 9 times out of 10, I realize the situation is not that deep.
Yeah.
And then I just come back and then I like everything's fine. I mean, everything is fine, but then I just continue on with my life.
So what lessons have you learned about yourself during the tough times?
One thing I would say I've learned is that not everything needs a reaction. I promise you, like the most you would see me react to regarding my like social media hate is on a podcast.
Yeah.
Or me talking about it on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I don't see myself ever again responding to my hate comments on TikTok or even Insta or even Snap. Like I don't see myself ever like the way, or going on TikTok live and shouting and screaming, because I feel like, number one, even though like I'm giving them the reaction that they want, it's not better in the situation, because I was the type of person where I would do it for like, you would think I would do it for like one day and call it quits. No, I will go on for days, like at least 3-4 days. I'm just going back and forth with someone that would literally sell me for 2 wings and chips. Like I just didn't understand why I was doing it.
Have you been on many podcasts?
I've been on a couple.
Yeah.
Last year, I only started going on podcasts like in 2023.
Yeah.
Like at the end of 2023. But yeah, I've been on some. Some I speak about it, some I don't.
Yeah.
But no, when I say like the most I would react like to the hate comments I get would be on a podcast. I mean like when you guys ask about it. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, this person said this person said that. No, just more of like a general like reaction. And 9 times out of 10, I don't feel like I care about the hate comments. I think I care more when it comes from people I know, or I care more when it comes from like content creators that know how it feels to get hate. Because I feel like if you know how it feels, why are you doing it to another person? No,
like you're totally right. I feel like, well, do you feel like as content creators, we have a responsibility to kind of protect our audience as well?
I feel like the minute you put yourself in the public eye, you can't be coming for another person that's also trying to do the same thing. Even with that being said, like I remember I was in Cyprus, and then I was minding my business on holiday. I was already ill from the AC. I've now gone on my phone. I'm now seeing like a viral clip from Young Spray. He's just insulting me black and blue.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really watch things on night, like, do you know what I'm saying? I watch what I watch. I like what I like, do you know what I'm saying? But I'm not really out there in terms of watching, keeping up with everything that's going on. So you was in Cyprus, you saw a viral video of Young Spray or someone talking for Young Spray?
No, it's Young Spray. It was Young Spray, this white, this...
There was a girl, she's on TikTok, and she went viral because she done a video because she's the face of ugly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you see that on the shaper?
I felt sorry
Hey,
for
to
her,
meet
you
her,
know.
I'm the face of foolishness. He's the face of ugly. It's mind game.
I felt sorry for her.
Was she ugly?
Definitely. Proper ugly. But do you know what it is?
Purposely.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, innit? Somebody's beautiful.
Yeah, but,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's one thing, yeah. But you've got to have something that's ugly. What's the
purposely
word
or
ugly
ugly?
for? Like, you can't, people
I
keep
wouldn't
trying to
say
go
that
around
but
stuff.
I wouldn't put
like,
her as the
beauty's
face
in the
of...
eye of your
No,
holder.
but it's no.
It sounds
I
great,
can't see
but
it
if
then.
someone's ugly, they're fucking ugly.
I know, but
Like,
I'm
you
just
can't
saying, but to
turn
me,
ugly
as an older
into
person...
beautiful to someone that
Can I
finds
say
that
something?
she's ugly.
But as I've gotten older...
Not even ugly, ugly.
As I've
You have
gotten...
to use the H.
Yeah.
And they just spent like a good 5 to 10 minutes insulting me, saying like I'm so hideous, I'm so ugly, and then I obviously responded on TikTok, but I regret.
You responded?
Yeah, I regret responding. Like,
how did you respond to it?
I literally just said like, what's it called? A guy that doesn't take care of himself, can he really be talking? But I really regret responding because I feel like when I was looking on his page as well, I feel like that's what he goes viral for. So because he bashes people on the internet, that's why people like to watch him. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like because he blows off from controversy, by me responding, I'm adding to what he wants.
Do you wanna say how that made you feel? You can say it directly to Young Spray himself.
I don't really care about what you said. I'm just upset that you triggered me enough to the point where I responded to you. So now you think I care. But I promise you I do not. That's the most I could say. Even by me saying this now, you're probably thinking I care. But this is even the first podcast I've spoken about this, and probably it will be the last. But yeah, hopefully you do well, find God and change your ways. But if not, then that's your end.
Yeah.
Literally,
I mean,
I can say.
Obviously, when you was on holiday and you started receiving all those negative messages, like that must have really just...
It threw me off. Because bear in mind, I had a Big Brother audition.
What, actual Big Brother?
Yeah. I had an audition for Big Brother.
I didn't even know that's still on. I'm not really in tune with TV.
Neither did I. When I got the email, yeah. Listen, I got the email. I think I got the email like right after uni.
Yeah.
I was just like, hold on a minute. This show is still on, but then they brought it back that season.
Okay.
So I'm now flying back to the UK because I had to cut my trip short for that audition. But what Young Spray caused was the fact that every time I opened the app, I was just getting dragged. So it was just making me like, I can't remember if I deactivated or not. I don't think I did, but it just threw me off because I was just thinking like, why is everything going wrong? Because bear in mind, I missed my flight already. Yeah. Like I missed my flight going to Cyprus and I missed my flight coming back.
Yeah.
So I missed literally. So I missed 2 flights because I had to book another flight early and I still ended up missing it. So that literally irritated me as well. So with that being said, I just feel like when content creators especially drag me or put me in a place where like I receive negativity, I do feel a type of way like, but I just feel like I don't need to be responding anymore because what happens is that they respond back. Yeah. It's like they love it. Yeah. So I just need to stop. Once they say something, and that's about it. Because at the end of the day, by me putting myself on TikTok or on other social media platforms, I'm allowing them to give opinions. The same way other people can talk, they can talk. Yeah. I can't now be upset and angry that people are talking about me because the best way for me to stop that is by me just coming off social media. Literally, like whether I like it or not.
That makes sense. Yeah. At the beginning of the podcast, you said that you've never been in a relationship.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're 21 years old.
Yeah.
Most people your age, I guess, has been in a relationship.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? And is that of choice or is that because of the way people treat you?
My family told me, every time me and my family would sit down and have discussions about me not being in a relationship like ever, because all my siblings, they've all been in a relationship before. So when they all come to me and they're like, oh, why haven't you been in one? Like, why don't you want to get married? Based off the truth, I would say it's trauma and I would say it's literally what I've been through. Plus, I'm scared that, let's say I have a kid now and they have eczema. I know how it feels to be treated with a girl with eczema. I wouldn't want my kid going through the same thing. So why am I now going to talk to a boy knowing that, like, I'm not, like, I'm literally scared. Like, let's say I have a kid and like, they get eczema and they get bullied because of it. That would literally destroy me, number one. And number two, I think my problem is I say all of this and then...
I feel like it won't destroy you though. I feel like it won't destroy you.
It's trauma.
Because you're actually a very strong person that's taken on a lot of hurtful things.
But that's me.
A lot of pain. No, but hear me out. It is you. Yeah. But if you do have a child, you're only going to show your kid what you know, and that is to be strong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to show your kid anything that you don't know. And where you've experienced it firsthand, you even giving your child a head start in what they may endure. So in a way, you'll be protecting them from early anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I would even know, the thing is, there's more to it as well. I would even say that, to be quite real as well, it's that as well. And plus, like, I feel like because of like what boys have said to me in my past, and I've been publicly embarrassed by boys on the internet as well.
Have you?
Even recently, like a month ago.
What happened?
A month ago. Was it a month ago? 2 weeks ago?
Do you want to talk about it?
My name's Anthonia, Anthonia. And you can speak. You can speak, yeah.
I'll speak when I want. My name's CEO.
Your name's what?
CEO.
Sit a out, bro. Get the
If that isn't if that's not your initials for Charles Edward Oluwa Bam Bam, then I don't want to hear CEO. CEO. So okay, you know what? Who am I? Who am I to say anything? CEO. Anthonia. Okay, Anthonia. All right.
What's happening here?
Yeah, I don't even care where you're from, how old you are. Explain.
There's so much tension here. Do you want to speak or should I explain?
You can speak. Go on, speak then.
This guy was in a relationship once upon a time, and obviously we're talking about, because once upon a time he was my male friend, so literally we're talking about what presents he should get for his girl, and then he told me he wanted to take his girl to a hotel and do the whole shebang. The balloon. Yeah, and everything. Mm-hmm. And then he's now telling me, but he doesn't get paid till the end of the month. So I said, okay, cool, I can send you the peas, but just make sure you send it back.
like that.
Literally.
I see where this is going.
And basically...
Oh, you're breaking that robs girls.
Literally.
And you want to call yourself CEO?
Wait, let me explain.
What country are you from?
I'm Congolese.
Delete that. And you lot delete that. Delete. I'm so ashamed.
Okay, so recently, me and this boy, we went on First Asylum together. Then, cool. Because we went on First Asylum together, I just assumed that because you feel comfortable being seen with me on the internet on First Asylum, you would feel comfortable making a TikTok with me.
What was you two doing on Foot Asylum? Was that like a modelling thing for Foot Asylum?
No, it wasn't a modelling thing. It was like a issue that we were like literally like solving with Nella and Harry. And then, okay, now after that's been solved, we've now said, cool, calm. I've now asked him, okay, like since that was all done, I was like, okay, can I make a TikTok with you? He said it's fine. And then he was like, oh, what if people think we're in a relationship? I just said, you can just brush it because it's not that serious.
He asked you that there and then?
He said there and then, what if people think we're in a relationship? I said, why would people think we're in a relationship? Bear in mind, I've literally said to seen like other people use the TikTok sound as well. It wasn't like a thing of like, oh, the TikTok sound was like girly or like gay. I don't know how to explain it, but when you look at that TikTok, you wouldn't think we're in a relationship at all. Bear in mind, I've made TikToks with my brother. People will even comment under my brother's TikTok, me and the TikTok that I made with my brother, are you guys in a relationship? Like, that's how TikTok is. Any girl or boy, it doesn't matter if you're cousins, it doesn't matter if you're friends, any for some reason, if they see you with another girl or a boy, they're just gonna think that. Yeah,
because apparently boys and girls can't be friends.
Can't be friends. Just outright delusion, literally. So because of that now, I've now posted a TikTok video. I've gone about my day. They've now said what he said was gonna happen, and I low-key knew it was gonna happen as well. However, I felt like there was only two ways you can go about this. It's either you can like brush it, like what I expected him to do, like cool, say at most, okay, we're not in a relationship, and then make a video at most and say, okay, yeah, we're not together. But the way he went about it was absolutely terrible.
What did he do? Is he older than you?
No.
Oh, he's younger than you. How old?
By a couple months there.
Okay.
By a couple months there, not two.
Yeah.
Like 3-4 months there.
Yeah.
But I think the issue with me was the fact that he made me feel insecure after that video. Like the way he was saying, God forbid, he was like, oh yeah. The way he made me seem was like, he made me seem like I was a beg to him, and he made me seem like I was literally the worst thing on earth. It was basically saying, oh, how could I even be in a relationship with her kind of type of thing. Did that video go viral? Yeah. Is the video still on your TikTok? My video? His video? No, I took mine down. The video of you and him at Foot Asylum? The video of me and him on First Asylum, that's still up because that was always going to be up. But the actual TikTok dance I made afterwards with him, that's down. What even happened was that I even told him, okay, I'm going to take it down, it's fine. I took it down and he still left his video up. And people were literally insulting me to the point where people were making TikToks about me saying, you should Antonia, it's time for you to come off the app. I don't think you should be on the internet. People were sending me hate. His friends were even violating me, sending me hate towards my page to the point where I literally deactivated and I broke down entirely because I feel like it's one thing to be dragged on the internet from someone that you don't know, but it's another thing to be like publicly embarrassed by someone that you thought you were calm with.
Yeah.
This is someone that knows how I feel. He generally knows how I feel when I go through things like this. So by you adding to it, I think that's what broke me generally.
So did you actually know this guy before for asylum?
Yeah.
Oh, so done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually friends. Yeah, he snakes you still.
I wouldn't say.
If you two
I wouldn't say we were friends actually. No, we were friends. But what he did actually, it hurt me more than I could realize. It still hurts me right now. But you know when you just have to push through. At the end of the day, what's happened. Like you just have to move on, keep it stepping. But nah, it hurt me. I don't even see myself ever like what's it called? Making a video with another like boy, like TikTok boy.
It put you off. It put
me off entirely. Yeah. I'm scared they'll do the same thing or even worse.
So do you want to be in a relationship?
No.
You don't want to be?
Not at all. I generally don't see myself in one. I feel like maybe it's because I'm traumatized, but with the way boys have treated me until like right now, until today, it's actually put me off men entirely. Yeah. Like at all. Like I don't even want to, at all, no. Like I don't even see myself in a relationship because of what men have said to me. Like I don't hate men, but I hate how they treat girls they find unattractive, whether you like it or not. I think that was the one thing I realized with the boy, with the whole fair selling thing. I think it was because he found me unattractive. That's why he made the video the way he did. Even though we're friends, I feel like
we
were friends, but it added to it. Literally. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what to say, you know.
Yeah, because
people's actions
speak louder than words.
Do you know what I mean? And it's crazy because you've actually got a huge following. It's crazy because people might actually pretend to be your friend just to get some clout on your platform, and then divert off of that and make their own thing and try and make you look like the scapegoat.
I wouldn't even say not even just him, but like, I don't think I've ever had a friend in that way, only because, to be quite honest, like, I feel like I like helping people in that sense. That even if like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like if I'm doing well, I want my friends to do well as well. I want my family to do well as well. So I don't think I would ever be in a situation where I can turn around and say someone has used me for clout, because I want to share it. I want everyone to be better. I want everyone to do well. So no, I don't think clout is just owned by one person. I wouldn't even say I have clout even. It's just more of a thing of like, yeah, literally, if by you bashing me got you to the place you needed to be, then I'm grateful it happened that way. Yeah. Whether I like it or not, like I'm not a hater. I don't see myself ever being a hater.
What's your actual eczema condition called?
Chronic eczema.
Okay.
Yeah. So it changes based off weather and based off what I eat and based off the cream. I'm in a stage in my life where, because none of the creams are working, I've decided to make my own cream, and I'm literally starting my own skincare line because of that as well. Well done. That's even due to drop soon. Yeah. So yeah, literally, because I've been dealing with eczema all my life and the creams, they're not permanent. I've been trying to find a permanent solution. That's what I was doing last year. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that more natural?
Yeah, and I plan on releasing the cream to people with eczema, not even just eczema, people with acne as well, people that just want to make their skin smoother. So that's one thing I'm working towards this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how people are not admiring you. Do you know what I'm saying? You've literally just a girl trying to get through life. You know what I'm saying? You didn't, like, you're making the best out of what God gave you. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, people are not going to like other people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People have taste. What's your type? This and that. My type on paper. Here and there. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And somewhere out there is someone who would like you for who you are. Do you know what I'm saying? And for the fact that you're even strong enough to talk about your challenges, but they're not just that. You're also using what you've been through to create something to help other people that also has the same condition as you, I think people need to look at you and say, "Right, this girl's she's had a lot. Somebody give her a break." Do you know what I'm saying? Because you deserve it. Like, I don't like bullies. Like zero tolerance bullies. Do you know what I'm saying? Bullies always only bully people who they feel like they're not going to be able to do anything back, really. Do you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10. I think it's a cop-out kind of thing. Like, do you know what I mean? You know, when you get bullied for like 5 years and then the day your brother comes down, the bully's not even a bully no more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Or sometimes what's even worse is that I caught myself trying to bully back. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not the best person in the world. Like, whether I like her or not, it's not always like, everyone does something to me and I don't do anything to them back. What I caught myself doing when I was younger was that because people were bullying me, I thought it was okay to do it back. And I caught myself doing it to people that didn't even deserve it. Because one thing about the world is that when you receive negativity, you will put out negativity in the world. And before God, that is what I was doing. When people were violating me, I was violating them back. It even shows in my TikTok videos. When people were violating me, I was violating them back. Even though it was funny, it was not right. That's not what God called me to do, and that's not what God brought me up to be. So when I caught myself doing it back, I just felt like I felt worse than them because when they were insulting me, they did it. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like when people insult other people, I don't feel like it's ever with ill intent unless it's just to make another person laugh. It's always to make another person laugh, whether we like it or not. Because there's no way you're insulting someone and you're just doing it just because you don't know them and you hate them. I don't believe that. I feel like when people, especially on social media as well, when they're sending hate towards someone, it's always because they want the validation of someone else laughing, hearing what they're saying. They want people to know that, oh yeah, they're funny, look at me, I'm violating an Anthos or I'm violating another content creator. Like, they want to look like, they want to be that person where people can always be like, oh yeah, you're so funny. For that small validation, because they don't probably receive it at home. Social media is one of those platforms that you got to love it and you got to hate it. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it still needs to be like a limit to certain things, do you know what I'm saying? Because behind those screens are actually real life human beings, do you know what I'm saying? I agree. And since social media started, a lot more people hide behind their screens, whether it's for positive things or for negative things, do you know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy because it's allowed those who do hide behind their screen be more like verbal, be more like aggressive with their words on screen. Do you know what I'm saying? I agree. But I feel like one thing, whether we like it or not, social media is a place for people to hide. So we can't now come on social media and expect people to be happy every day. That's one thing I learned last year. You can't expect people to be nice to you every day. So people use social media to escape from the real world. So they say what they want to say because they can say it and no one will stop them, whether we like it or not. That's why I even act the way I act. That's why I give my opinions the way I give it, because if I say it, who's going to come and shoot me? No, there's no gun to my head. No one can stop me from saying what I want to say. Literally, whether that's positive or negative. But for me anyway, it's mostly positive. Anyway, but I know with most people, because they've now clocked that, okay, if I say something bad, who's going to stop me? That's why they feed into it. And most people, they're the type of people, negativity, when it adds. Like, people love to see negativity. People love to see, what's that word? Controverse. Like, we don't... Why do you think people follow Shea Bro? Even me, I've been on the Shea Bro like three, four times. I don't follow them. I don't want to see that negativity on my page. Like, cool, you can post me. I'm not going to tell them, no, you can't post me, because if you want to post me, you can post me. But at the end of the day... Have they posted you? They've posted me about 3-4 times. Okay. So I can't even... That's why I'm not the type of person, I won't be like, oh, Shea Bro should never post me again. No. If I don't want Shea Bro to post me, I can stop posting. Because that's why when people always tell me, oh, Anthonia, just tell them to stop posting you. If I didn't post the video, they wouldn't have found it. Literally, whether we like it or not. That's why I can't sit here and victimize myself in any type of way. The only way I could say that people do too much is when they're coming for something I can't control, which is my eczema. That's when I get irritated. I don't care about the ugly comments. I don't care about you finding me ugly or
Yeah, that's all opinions.
Bro, that's all opinions. I know I'm a beautiful girl. No one can change that.
Tell them again.
Literally, I know I'm a fine babe. I know I'm a hot babe. You cannot change that about me. And because I know that, no opinion would change that
100.
about me. Literally. So even with that being said, I feel like whether you like social media or not, you just need to know that if you're seeking validation from social media, you're not going to go far.
100.
Unless you want to be a news outlet like Shea Borough, then you can go ahead and seek validation. But I wouldn't advise you to. But that's just my opinion, honestly.
I love your opinions. No, honestly, you got sick opinions, man. Let's talk about your football career. There was a time in your life where you was an aspiring football player.
Yeah.
What made you get into football? How did you get into football?
I remember when I was born, and then there was just one day my dad was watching football, and then my brothers were watching football as well. I was watching it, and I was looking at them. I was thinking, what's so enticing about guys kicking ball around? The minute I said that, for some reason, I stood there for the whole 9 minutes of the game. I just loved the whole. I loved everything about it.
Yeah.
I loved everything about it. Then all of a sudden, my favorite color was red.
Yeah.
At the time, obviously now it's grey, but before it was red. So
Yeah.
I've now checked the team that won the Premier League in the year I was born, which was Arsenal. So I've now said, okay, that's a sign. Let me support Arsenal. So
you never look back.
I've never looked back. I've never ever looked back.
Yeah.
But you know what? During COVID times, 2020, I was looking back to just stop watching football at all. But apart from that, yeah. With that being said, I realized, you know what? I want to be like those ballers I'm watching. So I've now done research. I've now got into playing football in primary school, secondary school, and I was good at it.
Yeah.
I wasn't great at it,
Yeah.
but I was good at it. I also got to the stage where like I was playing for my districts, like in the sense of like I was playing for the whole of London, like in each, I don't know if you call it districts. There's something else, like you're competing with other.
What was your team called?
It was like Essex County District. I was playing for my district, so like I was one of the best at my age in the whole of like Essex.
Swear down.
At my age, that was like around like 7 years. Like when I was younger. But then obviously I've now gone to like trials now, like for like big clubs such as like, I remember my sister was at the age where like she was going to like the Spurs, what's it called? The Spurs trials, all of whatnot. So I was now looking at my sister thinking, you know what, you're actually up there, like you're about to go clear. But with that being said, I feel like whether we like it or not, these type of things, it costs.
100.
Even the things I was doing now, the Essex County thing, it was costing. Like every game wasn't even in London. Like I even went to Gloucester at one point. I was traveling all around the UK playing in tournaments, and it was costing. It was literally adding up. So with that being said, my parents are just like, Antonia, do you see yourself playing football in the long run? Even though I said yes, I knew deep down like I wasn't as dedicated like my sister. So I just knew, let me just try find a new hobby. I was even struggling. Like I even wanted to be a chef at one point because I like making food. I was struggling to find a hobby until 2020. Like I was jumping from hobby to hobby to hobby to hobby. Literally, I even wanted to join the church choir at one point, even though I can't sing. I can't sing for niche, but I was looking to join the church choir. But I'm telling you, it wasn't until like TikTok came around, YouTube came around, and COVID, I just started talking on the internet, doing trends.
And that was your hobby.
The rest was the rest. Then I just enjoyed it. Like even till today, I still enjoy posting. But now I post when I want. Normally I used to post every day. But now I just feel like, you know what, Antonio, you're not busy every day, so why are you posting every day? However, I'm trying to go back to that. I'm trying to go back to posting every day. What? I
was gonna ask, what position did you play?
Left winger.
Left winger, yeah?
Yeah.
Left foot, right foot?
I'm left-footed.
Left-footed, obviously.
I'm left-footed.
winger.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so everyone's looking at me.
But do you know what it is? I was playing left wing, and the reason why my parents felt like I wasn't taking football seriously was because I literally flipped it and said I want to play in goal now. Because I got bored playing left winger for some reason. Like, this is when I started to get lazy, because I must have been in goal one time because our goalie was sick. And I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it to the point where I said, you know what, let me start doing it. But then obviously I kept on flipping. So it wasn't like I stopped playing left wing. I was still good at left wing. But then I kept on flipping goalie, left wing. So when my parents were coming to come and watch me now, how am I playing left wing one match and then next week Sunday I'm playing goalie the other game? Because I was good at both. So it wasn't like I was bad at both. I was literally good at both of them. So of course they're gonna think I'm not serious if I'm playing both positions in competitions, in different competitions even. Literally. So
you still play football now for fun? With the girls?
Do you know what it is? I'm literally going to take a social with my girl like in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. But regarding playing football for fun, nah, I go to the gym now. I use gym as my way to like stay healthy.
Earlier you said when social media gets too much for you, you just shut it down, you deactivate your account. Yeah. This and that. How does that time away from social media help you?
It doesn't help. I still have a fake account. Like that's the thing. I just deactivate and I go on my fake page. It's not like I've deactivated and I've completely come off the app. No. Yeah. I would deactivate my main account so people can't find me, but I will go on my fake page.
You're still active.
I'm still active. I'm just watching without speaking.
One thing about TikTok though that I don't like here is it's like open the doors for like so many fake accounts. I mean, Instagram, people have fake accounts, yeah. But TikTok is like, they're like burner phones. Literally, they're like burner phones. Like people are just making it, shutting it.
Literally, but with me, I don't talk on my fake page. I literally just watch videos. Then when I'm ready to come back and post, I'll come back. Yeah. But with that being said, that's why I'm not doing it anymore, because it's not like I'm deactivating and then I come off the app completely. I mean, sometimes I do actually do that. Sometimes I do delete the app completely.
Yeah. Have you said... Sorry, go on.
No, but sometimes, no, the thing is, sometimes I actually do delete the app. Like, sometimes I don't go on TikTok for like days or hours. But
have you set yourself boundaries now, like, to protect yourself and your mental health when you're online?
Absolutely. I'm not responding to hate comments. I'm not responding to hate comments, not in the slightest. Not at all. They get blocked straight away. I'm not even responding. That's the best way to go about it. I don't know why it took me a whole year to figure that out, but here we are. I'm just going to block now, because what else can I do? If they don't like me, I'm going to block them.
Yeah, I'm on that. Literally. That now. The block button's like, it becomes your best friend.
Literally.
Sometimes I get a lot of like weird, like fake accounts that is just weird shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Blocked. When you said you went to uni, was you on campus? I've never actually been to uni before. Well, I have actually. I was invited there. I've never actually studied at a university.
Yeah. So, regarding my uni life, the uni I'm at now is not the uni I started with. I started at Wolverhampton University and I was there for 2 years. However, as I said before, when my old friendship group at the time dragged me on the internet, even though I forgave them and whatnot, I couldn't be around them. Like, it threw me off completely to the point where I felt like I needed a fresh start. In addition, my brother and my sister, they were both in Nottingham. So during my second year at Nottingham, I caught myself going to Nottingham every time to see them, to the point where I just said, you know what, let me just go and join them. And then obviously I've now joined them, I've gone to uni in Nottingham. Even though I hate uni, one thing I've realised about myself is that I actually hate uni and I can't wait to finish. The experience is a bit better. I've met better friends, 110%. The environment is nicer, 110%. Obviously, everyone still has their moments in uni, but yeah, one thing about Wolverhampton, I would say that I feel like the character development I got from there, it created the person I am today. Same with Nottingham, but more so, I was able to like find myself to the point where I realised, you know what, this place is too toxic for me, because that place was too toxic for me. Like, literally, I tried my hardest to like firm that uni until I graduated, but deep down, I knew I couldn't.
Have you ever been like, are you like a physical person? Like, anyone ever chat shit, you just slap them?
That was back in secondary. Back in secondary, I used to fight people when they used to bully me, but then I would get excluded.
Yeah, it wasn't helping.
It wasn't helping. It was just making it worse. Yeah. And even with that being said, I used to tell the teachers wouldn't do anything about it.
Really?
If anything, it would get worse. It would literally get worse. However, they would only do something once, like I've now fought the person, and then I would get in trouble. And that's the one thing I just never understood. But
Yeah, school's a bit backwards like that, isn't it?
yeah.
They wait for you to fight, then you both get in trouble. Fuck it.
No, not both. I would get in trouble because I would win the fight. So then
You're a fighter, yeah.
And then I would get in trouble. Then the other person, they would get put in isolation or they'll go scot-free.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, both professionally and personally?
I see myself in 5 years out of the UK. I want to move to Canada or America.
Yeah.
But I haven't decided on which country, which is why I need to go to both this year and experience it to see which one is better. As hopefully, professionally, hopefully my skincare line is thriving.
Yeah.
And I would have graduated, have a car, and yeah, I'll be helping people around the world. Like, I'll be able to give my cream to like charities in Africa, Asia. Not even just my cream, just be able to help people that are in situations that it's not their fault. Like literally, because obviously I have eczema and I can't control that. So I know there's other people in the world dealing with things that they can't control as well. So with that being said, I just want to let people know that you're not alone and it's okay to be different and still do what you want to do. Like, you don't need to look the part. You don't need to give that UK a stake, or even in your own country, like wherever you're watching this, like, you don't need to look normal to be what you want to be. You can actually look different and thrive in whatever you want to thrive in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that mindset. How do you practice self-care? Obviously, you do have eczema. What extra steps do you have to take to make sure that your skin's protected? Obviously, it's extra sensitive to the sun. Yeah. I had eczema. I say had because it's much better now.
Yeah.
Look at my legs, but my legs is bare. Like, just even look at it now. Let me just put it back down because Jesus. I was gonna, yeah. How do you practice self-care and maintain your mental health in the face of adversity?
I have to be careful about what I eat. So in the sense of that, I don't eat egg, I don't drink milk, I don't eat fish. I also have to be careful about what types of creams I use and makeups I use. I can't use fragrance makeups or fragrance creams or fragrance wipes. But with that being said, I also have to, during the winter as well, I have to rub cream way more. Obviously in the summer I rub cream, but in the winter, because my skin gets drier quicker, I have to be applying more on a regular basis. A lot more,
yeah. And how do you maintain your mental health in the face of adversity?
I have to remember that everybody that's coming for my appearance or coming for my eczema is not coming from a place of like hate. Like they're not saying this because they hate me. They're saying it because they don't understand. So that's one thing that I have to realize. Another thing is that I go to God. I have to, because if I don't go to God, I'm just cooked. Like I'm finished.
So you're religious?
110%. God changed my life in a way I can't even imagine. Like I don't even know where I would be without God today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you always been religious?
No. I was the type of person that, because my parents went to church, I went to church. But because of what I was going through when I was younger, I used to feel like God hated me. There's even times now, like when I go through situations, I'm always like, God, like, do you not like me? Like, I'm very honest with God. Like, I'm not fake. I can't go to God saying, God, I'm happy every day, because I feel like for me to build a relationship with God, I have to be honest with myself and I have to be honest with Him.
Yeah.
So with that being said, yes, I vent to God. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I post less, because before I used to post every day because I was venting to the internet. But now, because I vent to God more, I feel like that's why I post way less than before. Yeah. You're probably thinking, what am I talking about? Like normally I used to post like every single day.
Yeah.
Now
how many times a day would you say you was posting?
I post like TikTok like once a month.
Okay, that's not bad. What now?
Now, like I post like once a month.
So what was it before? That's
terrible. Like I'll be seeing other people post. I feel like I see other people post more than one. Like they post way more. I just feel like comparison is the thief of joy. Yes, but when it comes to consistency, I feel like you don't need to compare, but you're looking at people apply pressure. So why am I struggling to do that? And it's not even like I don't have ideas. I do, but I'm very. I don't know, man. There's a word for this. I just feel like I need to post what I relate to. It's not even about what other people relate to. I need to post what I know will like help myself And if it helps other people, then it helps other people. Because I can't be talking about things that, number one, I don't relate to. And number two, I'm only talking about it because other people are talking about it.
There are some benefits to TikTok, obviously. A lot of artists and music blow up because of a trending song. A lot of dancers also blow up because of a trending dance move. Do you know what I mean? So there's negatives to every positive, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's negatives to every positives in life.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. So I think social media is one of those things you just gotta take it with a pinch of salt and not take social media so serious. And people are like trying to top each other in terms of like who's getting the most streams. Let me do something more crazy.
And the craziest thing is the biggest life hack about social media is that you have a higher chance of like blowing together. Like even though you're by yourself, like you have your own identity. People like to watch people working with other people. That's the one thing I hate about TikTok. People think that only like one or two people can blow. Little do you know, it's something called an FYP. There's new people on your page every single day. So with that even being said, like I just feel like one thing about TikTok, if you want to blow, you can blow. People that will tell you, you can't. I feel like that's cap. I feel like, yeah, cool, it might take time. Like whether I like it or not, I started TikTok in 2020 and it wasn't until like I put God into my life, I would say 2023 when I started to like take TikTok more seriously in the sense of like, I started to like actually try to see what I can do with it in the future. Then I was like, then it started to change when I stopped doing trends as well. Obviously I still do trends here and there, but when I stopped making trends my main sort of like content, then it changed. But with that being said, I feel like it's just a patience game.
Yeah.
Your time will come.
Yeah.
I feel like for everybody, their time will come, literally.
Obviously, you're only 21, but what would you say to the younger version of yourself? What advice would you give yourself?
With that being said, one thing I would say to my younger version of myself is that you should stop seeking validation from people you wouldn't take advice from. Because when I was younger, I used to seek validation in a way that you couldn't even possibly imagine because I just wanted people to be nice to me.
Yeah.
I felt like, okay, if I'm nice to this person, they would stop bullying me, or because I'm helping them, they would help me. All I know is that I feel like in life, just be kind, and also I would say just anything that you do, just know that with patience and time, it will come your way.
So if someone was listening to this right now or watching it who is currently going through a hard and difficult time, what advice would you give them to help them start on like their healing process or healing journey?
I would say, one thing I would say about anyone that's going through anything, feel your emotions. Don't turn to drinking. Don't turn to smoking. Obviously, I know not everyone believes in God, but I would say God is a good way. But if you feel like you're not there yet, just make sure you're taking all the emotions. That person hurt you, or you're in a situation where someone has damaged you to the point where you feel like there's no return. Just feel all those emotions, because you will get to a point and realize, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and be like it's not that deep. It probably is. But then you will realize, you know what? Time will pass. You will wake up one day and realize, you know what? 3 weeks has gone by. A month has gone by. Why am I still allowing this person to dictate my destiny? Just remember that the world is your oyster. So with that being said, I feel like just feel the emotions. I'm not going to sit here and be like, move on. No. Add it to your life. Take the lesson that person has taught you or that situation has taught you and adapt it to your life to see how you can make your life better.
Obviously, you're like an established content creator now. How has being a content creator enhanced your life?
I would say one way it's enhanced my life, I would say that the fact that I make people smile.
Yeah.
Like, I love it when people come up to me and say they love my videos and I make them smile. I love making people happy, because when other people are happy, I'm happy. Generally, like, I feel like, because obviously it takes a lot for someone to be happy, because you know that this world is a dark place. So the fact that you're generally happy in a world that's dark, it's amazing.
This world is dark.
Literally, the world is dark. So the fact that you yourself, you've now come across my page and I've made you feel a bit better or better, it just makes my day generally. So,
but also look at the opportunities it's also given you. Like brands has reached out to you. You've done features with other big brands. Do you know what I'm saying? It's good in a way because it's allowing you to go through a journey that you probably wouldn't have gone down if you didn't go down the social media content creating route.
You know what? I would agree. Yeah, you're right. There's certain opportunities I've done that I just even when I think about it, I'm just like, how did I even get there, buddy? Like, what? How? And I just know it's all good because one thing about life is that, it literally can be anyone. Like I know I'm not even the only person. Like, there's other content creators that have literally been in those rooms as well, and they're just like, how did I even get here? Like, literally, I don't know how to explain it because I feel like it's not even just about the opportunity because it's just about you putting yourself out there. Because that's all I did. All I did was pick up my phone. Like, it's not like I went to go orchestrate the whole thing that's been going on in my whole life. I just picked up my phone and the rest was history.
And that's good. And that's literally what the day and age we live in now. I feel like it's allowing a lot more people to have opportunities in life because people, if they use it the right way or the wrong way, it doesn't really matter. You can get a fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? And from that fan base, you can then create your audience, and from your audience, you can really turn it into something special. Do you know what I'm saying? But I want to definitely thank you for taking your time today, coming here on my platform and really sharing deep parts of your life and your thoughts. You know, you sent us down an emotional journey that your life's taken, especially when you're faced with adversity. Yeah, I want to say thank you for coming and being open and honest. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people watching this that is going to resonate with what you're saying. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of your looks and people calling you ugly and saying whatever about you, it's all just opinions. I mean, your mind is strong enough already. You don't need me to tell you that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So don't let people's words, it's just a tongue, you know what I'm saying, affect you. Obviously, if people put their hands on you or whatever, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that, you know what I'm saying? It's the internet. And that goes for everyone else that is at home behind the screen receiving some sort of like negative controversy, like, you know what I'm saying, whether it's bullying or you're not someone's type and people are attacking you and things like that. It's just words. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, you shouldn't allow it to drag you down.
Yeah.
So Anthonia, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. You can reach out to me anytime. You know, anytime you want to talk. If you want to get in the gym. Are you into the gym?
Yeah,
How often have you been going?
I go consistently. I go like three times a week. But however, you see my problem. I only go when I'm going on holiday. So because I have a holiday booked in June, because I'm going Malta in June, I'm only going to go till June. Which is bad. I know it's bad. But I'm trying to improve.
But the fact that you know it as well is like, you know what? I know I only go on holidays.
Like literally, I'm only going to go until June. So I'm going to go January, February, March, April, May, June. After June, if I have another holiday booked, I'll continue going. Yeah. Which is bad.
Yeah.
But hopefully this year, I go every month.
Yeah.
You know?
Try going every month. What I recommend is that you set yourself a target. You know, set yourself, whether it's you want to lose a certain weight or you want to be able to run faster or yoga or whatever, you want to be more flexible, whatever. Yeah. Set yourself targets, realistic targets, nothing too like, in 3 months' time, I want to have a slim this, big that, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Set yourself small targets, achieve them and then move forward. Small target, achieve it and then move forward, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the mental benefit that you get from working out and going to the gym as well.
I love it, you know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. So don't just do it for holidays.
Yeah, I was going to sit here and pretend, but I literally only go like until the holidays, so like until June. Yeah. 3 times a week, then.
Well, if you ever get stuck about any workout plans or anything, just send me a message and I'll try to help you, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. As we bring this heartfelt conversation to a close, it's impossible to not feel inspired by Anthonia Corner. Anthonia, your story is one of courage, resilience, and unwavering determination. A reminder to us all that even in the face of adversity, there is always time to rise, heal, and thrive. You've shown us the power of embracing authenticity, using your voice to navigate through challenges like bullying, fake friends, and the complexities of social media. Your openness and your struggles and triumphs will no doubt resonate with so many, proving that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a source of profound strength. To our listeners, let Anthonia's journey serve as a beacon of hope, no matter where you start or what you face. The power to overcome and redefine your story is within you. Anthonia, thank you for sharing your wisdom, sharing your light, and sharing your truth. We're honoured to have had you here on GloTalks and can't wait to see where your journey takes you next. Keep shining, keep inspiring, and keep unapologetically being you. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching GloTalks. My platform is a platform for those who are human, for those who has a voice and has been deemed or has been isolated away from society for one reason or the next. There's no discrimination on my channel. So thank you for supporting. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Train the body, train the mind.